It's actually laying out more like this right here if I use my bottom as my equipment flange. So I'm going from 13 to 11. Okay? So I need another piece of scrap metal here. There's a good piece of scrap metal. All right. So the first thing I'm going to do again is on the bottom of this sucker is I'm going to draw my equipment flange, which is a 1/2 inch. And literally you can start on any piece of metal. It doesn't matter how it's cut because you're using a square to do this with this. So here we go. I'm going to draw that. And then I'm going to mark 13 inches. 13 inches. And then, again, I'm going to add for my offset, which is 2.5 inches, so 14, 15 and a half, 2.5 inches. Now I'm going to get my lengths again. Using my true length bar here for my top. So my top distance is going to be looks to be exactly that right there. So I'm going to draw an arc, and I'm going to come over here and draw another arc, and then from the very, very tippy tops of those arcs, I'm going to draw a line across there. Okay, so now I've got this length. I need to draw that a little farther, it looks like to me. Let's see here. Okay, so now I'm going to grab my square. I know that this is 2.5 inches, so I'm going to draw that line right there, and then I'm going to connect these two together. And then I'm going to go 13 and then to 11. So my top is going to be 11 inches. So here we go, 11 inches. I'm going to draw these two together. Okay, so now this should be 13 to 11 with a 2.5 inch offset. Okay, now I'm going to add my S cleat up on top. It is. And because because I did my female seams on the bottom, I need to do my female seams on the top. So 1 inch. Here 1 inch. So there's my top piece right there. Okay, now all I have to lay out is my left piece, right? Left. So I'm going to turn that over so I can visualize it again. And this is going to be 8 inches here. And that's going to be 9 inches on my duck side. So I need another piece of scrap. Maybe. Like I say, it doesn't matter. Here's a piece of scrap. So it's not going to matter if it's not square when you start out with, because all you need is one flat side to do this with. So first off, I'm going to draw my equipment flange right here. And I'm going to look at this, and I know that this offset's 1.75 inches here, right? Which I can see, 1.75, okay, good. So now, I'm going to go to 8 inches, and then 1.75, right there is my offset. I need to find out what the height of this piece is going to be. So I'm going to again use my true length bar here on the left hand side, which is the longest distance. Hopefully you can all see that right there. And again, I'm going to draw 2 arcs. There's one arc. There's another arc. And then I'm going to connect the 2 together from the tops of those arcs. Should be parallel. Okay, then the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to draw my offset mark right there using my square. There's my offset mark. Okay, and then 9 inches over on the top. So there's my offset on the top right there. And because on my right hand side I use mil seams, I got to use mil seams here. So 1/4 inch, 1/4 inch. Here 1/4 inch, 1/4 inch, and up here 1 inch for my S-cleat. So I'm drawing all my seams in after I've laid out the metal. Okay, so then what is this? This is my left side. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to cut them all out and I'm going to put them back to back to make sure that I'm putting the angles on the right sides. Another thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure that I write my P's for Pittsburgh's P, 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 so I don't run them through the machine wrong. Okay, somebody re-notch that out for me, please. Two. Okay, so my bottom piece right here is going to go just like that. So I'm going to put an X right here on it. Okay, my right piece, my top piece is going to be just the same as that, and it's going to go just like that right there. So I'm going to put an X on it. Then my right piece is going to go just like that. So I'm going to put an X on it right here. And then my left piece still getting cut out. Here's my left piece, and it's going to go left. Is that right? Oh. Okay, so there's my left. That's right. Here's my right. That's wrong. So before I put the bends on it, I'm going to make sure it's going to lay out correctly. And that's just double checking it. That's just double checking it, because there it is. Okay, so these ones here, get 1/4 inches bend up on them. My left and my right, and then I just need to run this through the Pittsburgh machine. Okay, then next I can choose to bend my equipment flanges out, or I can do it in the field, but I think I'm just going to bend them out real quick on my equipment flanges. Okay, so here we go. Left, bottom, right. Come, hold that. Come hold that together, will you? Right, and top. Does everybody see how nice that is? And square and perfect? It is perfect, isn't it? So these top ones, I'm just going to assemble this piece and I'm just going to bend those out with my bar fold. You guys all see how to do that? It's been videotaped. So this is part of the ductwork challenge, to be able to lay this out using a shop drawing. So, any questions at all? You guys see how that was done?
Sure, question for us.